Ambassador, does the release of these two hostages give you any confidence that we could see a de-escalation of violence going forward?
I can see a delay. I don't see a de-escalation. I can see a delay based on considerations of trying to get more hostages out. I can see a delay in terms of also setting up a much more rigorous and systematic set of corridors to provide humanitarian assistance in. It is in Israel's interest to demonstrate it is fighting Hamas. It is not trying to punish the Palestinian people. There needs to be a distinction here as a way of, I think, also creating a better climate of opinion for when Israel actually does move. And in the end, the outcome of this, from an Israeli standpoint, can't be that Hamas can still threaten Israel, that Hamas is in a position to still control Gaza, that an effort to try to produce what I call a demilitarization in return for reconstruction can't be blocked by Hamas. It has done that multiple times before, especially after 2014 when they had a conflict for 52 days, but they were still in control. They still had a military capability. Israel clearly wants to put Hamas in a position where it doesn't have that capability, can't veto such kinds of assistance. So I do think this process will continue. And I also think that the whole reason for holding hostages is actually to try to prevent the Israelis from coming in. So don't expect, in my mind, a mass release of hostages, because Hamas continues to look at the holding of hostages as an asset for themselves.
Yeah, and essentially leverage. Ambassador, I want to ask you on that point, if Hamas is releasing these hostages two at a time, for however long they do, and that's just speculation, but if they did two at a time, would that be acceptable to Israel weeks from now?
Well, let's put it this way. If it's two at a time, it will not work for a long period of time to dissuade the Israelis from coming in. I think that if suddenly we see a release of 50, that will create an incentive to say, okay, let's give this more time. But if it continues to be, we now see 4 out of 222. So the idea that they can meet it out that way and that will prevent the Israelis from coming in, I think that's an illusion.
And what do you make of what we've been reporting here at the White House is, advising Israel to delay this ground invasion? Do you think that the Biden administration so far has been handling this the right way? Is it they're being very careful not to push the Israeli too much in public? Do you think that this is an effective strategy going forward?
I think actually it is. I think they're striking what is the right balance, because they're making it clear these decisions are Israeli decisions. And from the beginning, the president not only has been supportive of the Israelis, but he's also said Israel shouldn't be expected to live with this kind of a threat next door. At the same time, he said, look, there are other considerations. Can we get the hostages out, or at least can we get a large number of hostages out? And by the way, delaying this for some period of time is not only useful from the standpoint of getting more hostages out, it also gives the Israelis more time to acquire intelligence on where hostages might be. Don't assume, by the way, when the Israelis make a decision to go in, suddenly they're going in all at once. You should think about the fact that there may be much smaller kinds of incursions, some related to going after hostages or setting the battle space more effectively, reducing the ability of Hamas to be able to resist, acquire more intelligence not only about the hostages, but also getting Hamas to reveal itself in terms of how it's defending certain areas. So there are multiple reasons why the Israelis, from their own standpoint, might decide that they're not going to rush in, and even when they do, it may not be a mass invasion.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.